The catch of EDP445 will go down as one of the craziest events on YouTube. We've been consistently talking about it for 2 years, and we'll talk about it for the next 2 years. The story of how an unexpected team of vigilantes managed to catch a huge YouTuber and destroy his reputation completely is insane. It's pretty certain now that EDP445 is never going to recover from what he's done. Whilst many have covered what happened to EDP following the sting operation, I want to take a look at Chet Goldstein, better known as the Predator Poachers. What's happened to them since the termination, and where are they now? Throughout 2020, popular sports discussion YouTuber and living meme EDP445 had been caught DMing multiple minors on Instagram for sexual images. These allegations were first brought up by an individual by the name of Cold Raven, and quickly spread, with him being endorsed by Tipster and later Drama Alert. Despite this and the unrefutable evidence of his actions, none of his core audience really took it seriously. By December of 2020, EDP was innocent in the eyes of most of his fanbase, and it wasn't until a vigilante group known as Predator Poachers was alerted to his actions, led by Alex Rosen, an individual in his early 20s, hailing from Texas. Alex's team had caught multiple predators before, but the way in which they did handle it was questionable at least. For example, during the EDP445 controversy, a clip resurfaced of Alex challenging a predator to a boxing match and telling him that he could go free if he won.
No, you do consent to this, right?
I mean, yeah, you're gonna beat me up.
I hope you consent to it though.
You said yeah.
Like, we are not calling the cops if you do fight us, and we're not telling police about this. So do you agree to do this?
But if I consent, then I have no.
Do you agree to fight? Because you're free to leave, but if you leave, we will take this to law enforcement. So it's up to you.
Regardless, Predator Poachers began investigating and contacted EDP using a decoy that portrayed itself as a 13-year-old. Over the next few months, EDP messaged this girl some very disgusting and descriptive messages about what he wanted to do to her, and eventually planned on meeting up with her for sexual activity. However, EDP got spooked and eventually only came to visit her to pick up some cupcakes.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake.
But when he arrived, instead of cupcakes, he was greeted with these two individuals. Over the next 50 minutes, a legendary interview was conducted.
What's up, man?
What's up?
No fist? Okay. No fist bump? Well, I was coming out here to...
Glasses off.
Okay.
You should title a video, instead of, your video almost threw hands with a 13-year-old, you should title your video almost with a 13-year-old. I think that'll get a lot of hits, EDP.
I think so.
I watched you in high school. Me and my friend Keyshawn thought you were hilarious, man. You also in a live stream bragged about this little affair that you had with a teacher, so...
Let this be known, I am not a...
Truly amazing. However, a lot of YouTubers started being critical of how Predator Poachers had conducted themselves in this operation. For example, they initially restricted the footage of the catch to channel members only.
Nick.
Wait, become a member to this channel to see.
Do you see what I see?
Early.
Become a member on this channel to see the videos early.
Oh my god, vomit, dude, they're such fucking degenerates.
Look at all the members.
And after the catch, they rigorously promoted their merchandising and websites.
Let me just immediately show you why I doubt that these guys actually care and are doing this for a good cause. Just going to their website, this is the first thing. Before you get anything else, you get payment plans. So now where can I find out their track record? Have they actually gotten bad people off of the streets? And there's also no information on the site except for buying things. So the first thing that comes up when I look this up, vigilante investigation creates issues for prosecuting cases. Talking about the Predator Poachers. There's not a lot that the police can do to sanitize a bad investigation from a legal perspective. So they actively made it difficult to prosecute a pedophile. They're doing the opposite of helping.
Things went from mild to completely awful after others exposed the heinous crimes of Alex in the past, such as prank calling the BLM hotline.
Yeah, he finna be right there with Al Sharpton, huh, for motivating text.
Oh shit, I said that in front of 216 people.
And using an actual underage decoy in order to bait predators.
Okay, so I'll be honest about the decoy pics. So one of the decoy pics, the Hispanic boy that we use, that's my cameraman's little cousin. And the white decoy that we use, he's 17. And yeah, I met him on PS4. We're playing Madden together, and he said he was down to do it. So yeah, that's where I get the decoy pictures from.
How old is the Latin guy, the kid?
He is 16.
So you have 2 minors that you use as decoys.
Yes, and their parents both know.
The final nail in the coffin of Predator Poachers was their channel termination. Along with EDP, their channel was wiped off YouTube, and thus all those donations, all that money made from the sting, everything had gone down the drain.
And in the process, Alex, you got...
I did. They got me. I know.
So what was the cause of that? What did YouTube tell you?
So the reason for Predator Poachers being taken down, it was on one strike, which is ridiculous, but it was for harassment and bullying, and like, damn. And then for Chet Goldstein, we had re-uploads. I had content uploaded from a terminated channel. So because I had 5 of my catches reposted from Predator Poachers.
One of the first things that Alex did after his termination was appearing on a recorded interview on Chris Hansen's YouTube channel, which was massive. It gave the Predator Poachers a lot of credit and validation, even though it's most likely that Hansen was interviewing them for his own monetary benefit. When Alex appeared for the interview, he was questioned both on his investigation and the accusations made against him, and his responses are pretty interesting to say the least.
You took some criticism, Alex, for not really confronting him in a professional way, setting out the accusations, and merely making fun of him for being big.
So, if we make a few jokes, a few jabs here and there, that's just how I do things. So I don't look at it as unprofessional. I don't think that takes away from it. I just think it adds a certain element to it.
But the question is, are you holding somebody accountable, or are you making a circus out of this to get clicks and money? And there's also talk that you withheld the video and the piece until you could figure out a way to maximize the monetization of it.
I'm not going to sit here and say that we wouldn't want to make something back. Traveling isn't free. Staying in hotels for multiple nights isn't free. And then putting in months and months of work. So of course we're going to try to, obviously get money out of this. Disingenuous to just call us money hungry for wanting to make something from it. And we ended up dropping the video when it was demonetized.
There were also issues with you using racially insensitive, offensive language on your channel. Did that play any part in this? And how do you justify that?
Yes, those clips were from 2 years ago. Where
it is what it is.
No, I know what it is, but they weren't on the channel. And, as for that, yeah, it's definitely a bad look to have when you're doing something professional.
It's racist. There's no way around it.
I didn't need it in a racist way at all. Like,
well, you used the N-word.
I did.
Okay, so does that taint what could have been otherwise important work because you used harsh, racist, offensive language?
I don't know what I was thinking 2 years ago. Me and my friend were screwing around, so I don't know what I was thinking 2 years ago. But no, I don't think that connects to catching.
You can't defend that language.
I don't have a comment on it. I've already addressed it in a video that I posted, so I don't really want to talk about that. I'd rather just talk about catching predators and not something from when I was a teenager.
However, since that interview, Predator Poachers haven't significantly changed in any way. They're still doing that predator catching, using fake decoys again, and have just restarted with a different channel called PP Southeast Texas that now stands at over 30,000 subscribers. Alex has also collaborated with multiple other predator catching groups, primarily a group by the name of JDQ. What's really important to note is that Predator Poachers isn't just one group. Alex Rosen founded a group that became a collection of chapters spread out across the country, encouraging vigilantes to rise up no matter how unprofessional they are.
How big is Predator Poachers?
Well, not as big now as it was a month ago. We got taken down, but still pretty sizable. But we are all across the country. We have Southeast Texas, which is 2 hours to the east of me. We have a West Texas chapter now, so that's 3 in Texas. And we also have in Massachusetts and, across the country, Michigan too, where you are right now, or your friend is. So we're like pretty much everywhere.
This has led to individuals affiliated with Predator Poachers doing awful things, like this clip, where a member of Predator Poachers Massachusetts mistakenly confronts a recently recovering drug addict for a predator.
Yeah, what's your name? Mike, that's your name? Can you just do me a favor real quick? Alright, well basically, can I see your phone? Do you mind if I see your phone? Do you have Meet Me app on your phone?
A Meet Me app? No.
Yeah. Can you show me that, please?
Show you what?
You don't have Meet Me on your phone. You can't show me you have Meet Me? You're trying to delete it, but I screen record everything, bud.
What? What is this? What's this about?
Just, can you text the meet me?
I have
Can you
no
go to the
time
app?
for this shit. Like, what's this about?
Listen, can you just show me the app and you go to your
No,
apps?
I don't have to show you. That is my app.
I mean, I can call the cops if that's
What are you
what I
calling
need
the
to
cops
do.
for?
Because I have the whole chat log. So do you want to just show me and we could talk about this?
Meet me what? Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to detox right now.
Pull that picture up real quick.
Will you take that camera out of my face?
It's legal. I can
I don't give a
record.
fuck what it is, dude. Like, I do time. Like, I don't fuck with that kind of shit. Like, I'm going to detox right now.
Alright. You don't drive, right? Hell no.
No. Dude.
That's what I'm saying. That can't be him. You don't drive.
That's hilarious. I just relapsed like 3 weeks ago.
Following the controversy, a lot of clips of Alex's unprofessionalism resurfaced. For example, in this clip, an individual illegally detains a pedophile before letting him get away.
Get off me, son. Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him!
Recently, somebody who does something very similar was arrested himself in St. Louis for holding somebody against their will. Law enforcement sending a strong signal that this kind of vigilantism is dangerous and can potentially be irresponsible and backfire.
And when Alex himself isn't out catching predators, he's instead going into stores and harassing people for the funnies.
First of all, it prevents me from seeing your pretty face, which is offensive to my eyes. Second of all, it stops you from breathing, and, you know, breath is the essence of human life. So I'd say wear it forehead or no head, you know?
Or he's having beef and fighting with other pedophile catching groups.
Hey, I want to address you calling my wife, you being racist, calling my kids. Just go away, bro. Alex, it's about the kids, not about you. Just go away, bro.
Without backup.
You ain't no fighter. You brought 3 people. You brought 3 people, bro. I didn't bring nobody. That's my roommate.
I came here to catch predators.
I gotta get away. That dude just fucking drooled. Oh, shit. I have probably 15 Echo. This is called a hoodie, Alex. It's called a hoodie. It's a hoodie. Yeah, a hoodie.
So, do you live here or where do you live? I'm from Houston, but you know, I'm staying like by him. He lives here. Yeah. I'm just gonna lean in so I can talk to you. Sure.
Do you consider yourself, Alex, a vigilante?
No, I consider myself more of an activist, or I guess not really a journalist, more of an activist, because we do care about making a change.
Either way, Alex Rosen has fallen on heavy times ever since his termination. He's continued his trademark methods and supported other groups in his area, but as time goes, his unprofessionalism continues to show. At the end of the day, I don't think Alex cares about predators. He's simply a grifter who hides under the auspice of predator hunting in order to profit off exploiting children and putting them in danger. CC Unit, the individual who worked alongside Alex, also got a lot of backlash. However, to be fair to him, it looks like his catches are more genuine, and he was unfairly caught in the crossfire, despite some of the really stupid things he said in the sting.
What does EDP mean?
However, CC Unit actually came out with a response, in which he tried to distance himself from affiliation with predator poachers, and hit back at critics by stating that his goal has purely been about professionalism and his serious tone.
The purpose of this channel is to spread awareness, spread online safety, and protect our communities. CC Unit is its own entity. It's its own entity, it's its own organization. We're not affiliated with anybody else. We're not affiliated with any other organization or group. Well, my style, when I conduct my operations, my style is not to make jokes. My style is not to make roasts. My style is more of like a professional interrogation, serious tone style.
However, to me this seems less like a response and more like CC Unit having seen the termination of predator poachers trying to save their own asses. But credit where credit's due, CC Unit does have credentials that are a lot more valid than predator poachers and have even appeared on NBC News.
A small group of San Diegans is making it a mission to trick would-be sexual predators, confront them, and then shame them publicly online.
Mark and Catherine, they call themselves the CC Unit, or Creep Catching Unit. Think To Catch a Predator, but live streamed on a cell phone.
However, that's not to say that he hasn't had his moments. A clip resurfaced from June 2020, in which CC Unit bumps into a civilian whilst interviewing a pedophile.
How would you feel? How would you feel if a grown man came out to meet your What are you doing?
I'm trying to. I said, excuse me. Get out
just
of the way.
pushed me.
Why'd you push him?
Oh, whoa! What's up?
What's up? He's a pedophile. This mother. You can't catch a pedophile. I just said, excuse me. Sir.
No, you just bumped into
You
him.
bumped into him.
What? Oh, I didn't do anything to you.
He's a pedophile. You
I'm
said
a-
catching a pedophile. He's reading kids' lives. That's okay.
Why are you punching him?
CC Unit then goes on to mold for another 5 minutes about how this guy interrupted his live stream,
Pussy ass fool. Should have dropped his ass.
tries to fight him, kicks his car,
Fuck you, yeah.
and then chases his car as he leaves.
Skinhead. What's up, skinhead? Mr. Clean.
Of this channel, we do not, we don't degrade anybody. We
Right here. Look at that ugly face. Look at that ugly face.
do not bully anybody. We don't
Look at that ugly face. Why are you leaving?
belittle anybody.
Why are you leaving, pussy?
We try to do this channel as professional as possible.
Pussy. Pussy.
Alexandra, for those of you who might not remember as well, is an affiliate of Predator Poachers but not directly integrated into the group, and in this situation, she was tasked with reading out the DMs to thousands of live viewers. This stream, despite showing some of the funniest DMs and creating some long-lasting internet memes, is kinda overshadowed, and I doubt Alexandra had ever wanted any of this to become a meme, as she reads the DMs for a very long time, taking it mostly seriously. So what's she up to? Well, soon after Alex got exposed for his racism, people also accused Alexandra of being racist, with some screenshots of her saying the N-word on Snapchat. However, many people seem to just take these screenshots as fact instead of questioning them. However, Alexandra's activity has been a lot more difficult to track. Whilst I've heard that she has an Instagram and Twitch, I've not been able to find any evidence of that. So what have I found? Well, to find that, we need to go to the commentary channel Augie RFC. During the live Predator Poachers DM reading, Augie and his friends were watching the stream and broadcasting their reaction to over 2,000 people. A few people from his live stream decided to go over to the DM reading stream and send donations that implicated and trolled Augie live.
$50 to her talking about Nicholas Diorio?
Huh?
Wait.
Will you go after Nicholas? Huh? What?
Wait! Turn on the volume!
Uh-oh.
Turn on the volume!
And the
Why do they want him to go after Nick?
You for the $50, Captain Mercury. Will you go after Nicholas Diorio next? I have no idea who that is. I'm sorry. Thank you for the $100. YouTuber named RFC, and he's reacting to the stream right now, and he thinks you're cute. I'm sorry, I have a boyfriend. Thank you for the $5, Thrash. Thank you for the $5, just a kid that rants. Wait, so what's the big deal here? I think it's sweet. Go after Augie RFC.
Stop!
And Nicholas Diorio. Look them up. Okay,
No!
I will look them up.
No!
Thank you for the $4.99
Holy
5x0. Thank you for the $20, Vortical FN. Augie RFC should be investigated. He lives in Ohio and has been a constant threat to the state. Augie is not a good boy. Tipster too. They're bad, all of them. I have no idea what you're talking about. You guys are talking about YouTubers that I've never seen. RFC says he wants to sniff my hair. I'm pretty sure you guys are just making.
And if you scroll down to the comments, you'll see a comment from Alexandra after she finds out who Augie RFC actually is. A click on her channel doesn't reveal any videos or external links, and that's just where the trail ends. Because her name on social media isn't a custom name like MustardNuts535, it's just Alexandra, and it's kind of difficult to find one woman from a common name like Alexandra. The last I've been able to find is when YouTube commentary channel Dumpy messaged her on Discord trying to get with her. Question mark? Listen here, Alexandra. I have travelled far and wide to people in this position to be blessed upon your presence this evening. I am a multi-billionaire and have a PhD in walking on Legos. I will sacrifice my life to please you. I am from India and have a monies in the Bitcoin. Please accept me into your life as your protector from the deep. How do you find me on the Discord and add? Do we know each other already? Yes, the stars aligned for us to meet many years ago. What nonsense. However, if we are to believe the post that says she has a Twitch and Instagram, we are also to believe the fact that following the controversy, she's distanced herself from the EDP drama and Predator Poachers. For all their faults, Predator Poachers at least expose EDP on a level like no other, as EDP managed to brush everything away beforehand. However, there's no denying that this group started and is still run by people who are far from professionals. Predator Poachers represent a larger problem in the so-called Predator Catcher community. These people are vigilantes. Predator catching is a good thing, but they're not experts. When Chris Hansen confronted predators on NBC, he had an entire news team with him, as well as an external group. And yet these civilians are trying to replicate his work with a camera and a car. Sometimes they'll let predators get away with baiting and abusing more children, sometimes they'll confront the wrong person, sometimes they'll fight each other. It seems that only a select few individuals in these communities, like Anxiety War and Mama Max, are really doing it right. Alex Rosen and his team of predator poachers are a perfect representation of how success is feeding these people to constantly slip over and create a situation a lot more complex than it should be. Until next time, stay toasty.